And then followed by Anna Pavlova, which another unbelievable photograph. Bill, I know we've already drawn her once today, but I couldn't resist. I love this photo so much. I think most of you know who Mikhail Baryshnikov is. And then last but not least, Misty Copeland. Timmy, where's Misty Copeland from?
I mean, Wild Kansas City.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not from Kansas City.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's great to know.
Yeah. I didn't know it till I did my research today.
Nice.
I only knew, well, when I started this morning, I only knew 2 of the 4 dancers. It's not, certainly not my expertise, but they're absolutely stunning and standouts in their industry, and in their the photography is just so amazing. I love this photograph. Don't know if we can bring any justice to it. I'm sure Bill and Don will. We're going to do 4 poses, 20 minutes apiece. Please post your work to #illustration isolation after each pose. At the end of the night, we'll scroll through, we'll go to Instagram, and we'll go through and take a look at the work and talk about it briefly, pull up things we really like or things that interest us. And we're ready to go. Timmy, I think we're set.
I've got 2 things. First of all, use the chat to ask questions anytime tonight. If you're bored with the conversation, which I don't think you will be, but if you are, ask questions. Bill, you're pretty good at checking out the chat. It's a great tool. So put it to work. Give it a test by making sure you got panelists and attendees selected, and let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to know where you're tuning in from. And then the other thing I'm going to add is we're enrolling for the summer semester, Visual Arts Passage. That's the mentorship summer semester. Don't miss out on it. It starts July 17th, but I'm pretty sure it's going to sell out sooner. So sign up, and hope you join us. John, you're still doing portfolio reviews, so if you go to the website, I'll share a link, and I recommend checking it out. John's been pretty busy with the portfolio reviews.
Feels like a night and day type of a thing. We do a lot of portfolio reviews. Yeah, but I think they've been
totally free too.
Yeah, and I think they've been really helpful for people. Even if you don't go forward with this, you're gonna learn something, a way to approach, a way to think about, where you fit in the industry. So please check it out, and check out the website, Visual Arts Passage, and check out the classes we offer. Our mission is to help people develop their careers, get people started in the industry, and we've done a pretty damn good job of it. So
I'm gonna be heading out early tonight, so you all have kind of it's an acoustic set tonight. unless Dale, I think Dale will probably show up. But I just wanted to make sure everything started off nice, and oh, here he is, Dale Stefano. right on cue. Here we go. All right, John, I need you to actually, don't worry about it.
I'll stop sharing.
Oh,
and
I totally wow. I accidentally stopped your video, John. I'm sorry. I meant to stop you. My bad. It's a little scrappy today.
Timmy, shouldn't you be surfing?
Dale, I'm hitting the road on Saturday, and that's the plan. I already got a surfboard in California set up. I'm pretty thrilled. Yeah.
So is it going to be a Is it like a, we used to use Maury Doyle's to teach people. So like a more of a foam thing, or is it a real surfboard?
Oh, wow. Wow. I told, so it's this whole project has been outsourced to Christopher, the model. And so I know very little about the surfboard that is lined up for me. I know. So I would imagine I'm hooking for like the real thing, you know.
Yeah,
I'll probably
Dale's
get
working vertically tonight.
It'll probably be a boogie board.
There you go. As long as it's not like a skateboard.
It's easier to start on the, oh, there it is. On the, they have, a lot of people make them now, but it's easier to start on, like they have these, they're sort of foam, but they're, like a very high density foam.
Yeah.
And they float much easier than the traditional surfboards do. It's easy to learn on those, but you'll have a blast. Send pictures.
Oh, I will. I think I'm gonna be tuning in from the beach probably for this. So, got a mobile unit going. So.
Oh, do you really? Wow.
I do, yeah. So we'll see.
That's cool. Hey Dale, what are you working in tonight?
I just decided it's no comfort zone night, so just newsprint and some of this pan pastel.
Cool.
So I'm going to interrupt and say, Timmy, if you're still here, don't forget, I need to give you something before you leave. I want to make sure you have that drawing for Christopher. And he may have already walked out tonight.
Hey John, I haven't talked to you in about 20 minutes.
No, it's been weird. Yeah, it's been a whole what how many
All
hours?
day. Yeah.
How did the drawing go this morning? Was it this morning or was it?
It was awesome.
Nice.
We drew ballerinas.
That's cool.
This guy's arms are too long.
They're amazing. I know. I've got a paper on here.
I'm gonna have to turn my page.
I'm gonna have to like add a piece of paper to either side of my drawing.
About ready to jump in on this.
This guy, Arthur.
I'm not familiar with this particular ballerino. What's his story?
Well, he's American and about all the story I can tell you that he's a premier American dancer from Harlem. I don't know. I think he's kind of he kind of set the standard as I think he's like 78 years old right now. I think he's had his career. I mean, this shot is from the 70s.
Right.
I mean, he's definitely had his career. He is. You know what? I don't have my info. I forgot to tell you guys. This is my first run of my new computer.
Oh.
So I didn't transfer the info that I downloaded on which I should have. My mistake.
What'd you get?
I got a new MacBook that is absolutely awesome. It's about 1,000 times faster than my old MacBook, which was so distorted by the amount of stuff I had on it. my theory is I just keep loading them until they won't take any more information, and then you got to get a new one.
Yep. We're counting on the advancement of technology to outpace our ability to just jam stuff into our computer.
That's right.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. That was last week. I'm sorry I had to miss out. I was out of town. Traveling around.
You're pretty muffled there, Don.
Oh shoot! You guys hear me better now?
Yes. If you take your phone, your hand off your microphone, it helps.
Oh, listen to Mr. New Computer, like giving technical advice now.
I know it's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Wow. I know what you can do. Take your hand off your computer and
Yeah. So you had to fix that.
oh. Oh boy.
Folks, I put on the panel now. Wasn't there?
Don, it's doing it again.
Figure out what's going on. How's that? Can you guys hear me better now?
Much better.
Yeah, much better. Whatever you keep it that way.
I have like an external mic. I always forget to set it up right when I start. So
If you need help with that, let me know. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a new computer.
for sure, man. Yeah, yeah.
I'm really into this now.
John's the new tech support.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, I've learned it all from Chris Payne.
Yeah,
Buddy.
troubleshoots.
I thought you were going to say you learned it from Gary Kelly.
Oh,
Oh.
We were talking about you'll get a kick out of this, Don Dale. I think you heard me talk about it before, but in a couple of weeks, I'm going up to, George Pratt's flying out here to hang out in Kansas City, and we're going to go up and visit Gary Kelly for a few days.
oh, cool.
That's a good road trip.
That is an awesome road trip.
Yeah, like what? It's like Grand Rapids. No, not Grand Rapids.
Cedar Falls.
Cedar Falls. Yeah, sorry, Grand Rapids is where I'm at.
It's real fun. It's real funny. I was going to tell you, it's like visiting the Grand Canyon, going to see Gary Kelly.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You're going to see beautiful stuff.
It's better than the Grand Canyon.
I get
Of course, I talked to him about this about 3 months ago. I better call and remind him, or he's probably like in France or something.
Jeez.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, you guys show
We're
up.
here.
Well, that's great. Yeah.
We're leaving town.
That would be a great road trip movie.
Yeah. How long a trip is that from Kansas City up there?
5 hours.
Oh, okay. It's not
4.5 if you drive fast.
Okay, that's not too bad. I thought it was a little bit further, but I just kind of should know my geography better. It's cool. I love the definition, the shadow shapes on this reference is awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
I get lost up here in the head, like just those really great plane changes and stuff going on. It's really nice.
Yeah. Such a cool abstraction.
Guy doesn't look very athletic, does he? Jeez.
Oh, man.
He looks really strong.
My God, yeah. You think
You say like I do?
I couldn't do this in a million years, man. Like crazy. Yeah, Bill, I like what you've been posting, your comic pages. Those are really cool.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Are they? I really want to I got one set of feedback, or like 2 sets of feedback that one was really helpful, one kind of confused me. I'm just trying to make sure that they tell a story, or that they're.
And I think so. I mean, I'm reading. I feel like it reads, but
Cool, thank you.
Oh, so Bill, that's stuff you're doing now?
Yeah.
Oh, my impression was wrong. I thought that was something you had done before.
What's that?
I'm sorry. I thought that was existing work.
No, it's new samples.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm doing those, and then I've got a sort of a World War I love story I want to do in color. And
Are you aiming those at a particular target?
well, these samples were aimed at a couple of editors that I don't want to say who they are until I actually send them, the emails with the samples and stuff. But there's a couple of editors out there I'm gonna talk to. I've got some more mainstream sort of character stuff that I'm going to do. And then I have all these older stories that I did a few years ago. And what I want to do is approach somebody, I don't know if IDW or some other small company. No, IDW is not a small company, but about doing an anthology of some of my existing work with some new work.
Oh, cool.
Because I wrote and drew, I don't know, 3 or 4 short things, and then there's a couple of other things I'm pretty sure I could get the rights to, or I and then there's a color version. I did a Alan Moore song years ago that was printed in black and white, and I'd like to see that. I'd like that to see color. So we'll see. I mean,
Cool.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It's been really challenging in a good way, and I'm kind of refamiliarizing myself with how to use different kinds of pens.
Yeah, those passion projects always are, but they're, I don't know. Passion projects I've been doing tend to see, if things go well, it's the most rewarding, right?
Yeah. I did learn something about myself, though, that it's faster for me to make corrections on an actual drawing and rescan it than to try to do it in Photoshop.
Oh, no kidding.
What's that?
That's surprising.
Yeah.
That makes sense for me because I don't know use Photoshop very well, but that is surprising for you because I know you're pretty adept.
Yeah, I mean, this is all line work stuff, and it's just easier for me just to redraw it. And if it was more painted, it might not be, but
I think for me, it's like, it depends. I think during this past academic year, I think it was easier, I can relate to what you're saying. It was easier for me just to draw it or do the corrections there, but because I was looking at a computer so much, but
yeah.
I don't know. It has me thinking. I wonder, like, I need to pay closer attention. I haven't paid enough attention to know which goes quicker for me.
It could have just been that, that day.
I think it's kind of,
the main thing I'm finding is that if you draw things at different sizes and scan them in, you end up with a lot of different line weights.
oh yeah.
And so just trying to be cognizant of that. And I also found a bunch of my old Crow Quill pens yesterday. I was very happy about that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Some really flexible ones that I couldn't find.
Yeah, there was a place, I remember, this has been a few years ago when I was in New York. I stopped by to visit Nancy Stahl. She's like Upper West Side. and I can't remember the name of it was a stationery shop. They were getting rid of any and all nibs that they had, and I got a bunch of them, and I'm glad I did. I don't think they're around anymore. I'd like to say it's Lee's or something. I don't know. I might be having my facts incorrect, but
Yeah, I used to have tons of nibs too, you know. And, over the years, you know, I used them and they broke or
yeah.
you know, they usually end up snapping. So, what's everybody else working on?
Well, I'm doing a couple things. I'm getting ready for another show. Starting, you know, just getting a bunch of things together. I've been I'm kind of approaching it differently. I'm essentially taking something that I've given as an assignment to students in a class before, where it's an image. You bust out parts of the image and then you reuse parts or components of the composition in a different way. I'm kind of approaching the show that way with my print blocks. There's going to be a variety of different mix and match sort of things. So I'm just getting all that stuff planned out and started carving a few of them.
Cool.
Finally have a little bit of time to do that. I didn't have much time this past year to do that, and I'm really taking advantage of it.
When is your show going to be? Do you know?
It's not till February, but you know, that'll creep up quickly. I mean, we're already at July, right? So it's
Right.
I mean,
That'll evaporate.
yeah, you know, I was thinking, oh yeah, September is so far away.
How many pieces are you planning on having?
You know, I'm aiming for 20 is what I'm going for right now. I think I'll probably be able to get a few more. I'd like to have, out of the 20, I'd like to have like 7 be really large, you know, a few of them medium size, and I want to have a few really tiny prints too, just to kind of, I'm just finding it's like, you know, with the shows I've done, I try to mix that up a bit because I really want to make it accessible for some, you know, if someone wants to collect the work, you know, I find the smaller prints tend to be like a good entry point for them. There's a few diehards that I'm hoping I get their attention and they want those larger pieces. We'll see, you know.
So what would a large piece be, John?
So the last show I did with prints, I did a triptych. I did 3 large scale woodcuts that are 4 feet across by 2 feet high. So it's
Wow.
yeah, that was fun. And I've actually developed a way to make that go quicker now than I did before. So I've got a couple of large ones planned. I'm going to get the wood, I think probably next week, and started. I'm getting the sketches all resolved. But yeah, I enjoy working on that large scale. I'm running out of room to store everything, so I'm really going to lean on the gallery I'm with to just really hold on to it, because I've been rearranging stuff down here and I'm running out of space quick, you know. That's the only thing that stinks about working large. If somebody doesn't get it, then you have a while, right? So
Yeah.
I had this really cool arrangement with a local furniture chain. I know the owner, and at one point he said to me, it's one of the funniest sentences I've ever heard. He said, he was looking at my stuff and he said, you know, I hate the hallway to my IMAX theater. And I'm like, and I said, okay, Elliot, just pause for a second. That is an amazing sentence. And let's take a moment to appreciate it. Anyway, he had like a geez, I don't even know how long. It felt like a football field, but he allowed me to hang some big prints in there.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
Yeah, and we planned on like 6 months and it ended up being a couple of years, but it was cool. But the idea is you could buy, prints, and I just made up these big canvas prints, like 2x4.
Nice.
And there were maybe, I don't know, 20 of them. Um,
Oh, cool.
but when the thing came down, like I now have, where am I putting these things? So they're all
Yeah.
over the place here.
Yeah, that's the thing is like, oh man, if they don't, I've had, I lucked out. The show I did, I got a couple of those sold, and I was really excited. To have those move. But I've got one here right now that I did with this group called Big Ink, and I'm hoping to move it. It's kind of one of those in between pieces that was similar to what I did for the last show, but I think I'm going to put it in this show. A lot more pattern and stuff like that. I'm going to try to put some of that in there, but
So what kind of work, like that Dolly Parton you did, is that kind of thing going to be in there or more?
yeah, I'm kind of moving in that direction. I've got another project in the works right now. I'm super pumped about, but I can't really say much about that. I'm going to go further and go crazy with that and have that be, have where I'm going with that direction be part of it, where it's just, I've been just trying to, lately with woodcut for a while there, I was kind of nervous to get really involved. And now I'm just going to go crazy and try to pack as much as I can into a piece and, still try to control it. And so, yeah, I'm trying to do more of that. I've been a little nervous to try portraits and woodcut. And I think I'm feeling a little more confident doing that now than I did before.
Well, that one worked. So
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, it's just hard right now because I'm like thinking like, okay, she's so universally liked. I'm trying to think like who's worth it to like really labor over that carving for. I'm really struggling right now to do a follow up to that one. So it's like
Princess Diana.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good idea.
I mean,
Same kind of level of man, you'd have to be like a real jerk not to like her, right?
absolutely.
Well, there was a whole royal family who wasn't thrilled about it. So.
Yeah. Well, there you go. The shoot.
But also, there's a new magazine. One of those time tributes or life tributes to her.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Out right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it'd be a good source of reference and stuff.
Yeah.
Or even was it the late John F. Kennedy Jr.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. They're just those kinds of figures where it's like, wow, so many people.
Yeah.
It's hard to find someone who doesn't like them,
It's such a good career move, dying.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're on every checkout line,
Put you on every newsstand. Yeah.
You've made it.
Yeah. Nah, that's cool. But
It's funny. I remember seeing this really beautiful picture of what I forget his wife's name, Carolyn Kennedy.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
I can't remember her name. Anyways, walking with him down the street, and for a minute I'd forgotten that they died. That they had died.
My wife's in the news business. We got the call at 4 a.m.
man,
I'm like, what is going on? And she's like, JFK Jr. died. I gotta go.
man.
Camping out at Jackie's place in New York.
Oh,
Dang. That's crazy. Yeah, that was they were in a plane wreck, weren't they? Or
Yeah, he was flying he was an amateur pilot. If you're a Kennedy, don't become a pilot.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Come on.
just stay
And,
away.
the plane went down between New York and Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
If you're a Kennedy, don't
He
do
couldn't
anything.
tell if he was upside down or right side up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Carolyn Bissett Kennedy.
There you go.
There you go. That's her name. Yeah.
I had to look it up. I knew it was Carolyn. I just.
Okay, is everybody warmed up now?
Yeah, I mean,
No, huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, feeling it.
I'm not, but let's go on.
Oh, come on. How many, what is this, like hour 8 for you drawing today?
I know, but that's not a positive thing sometimes. You know, it's like stopping for a little bit. You got to get warmed up again.
Yep.
Man.
It's a tough one to start with.
Yeah.
All right. Round 2. Anybody that has questions about what we're drawing, just look at my my camera.
Yeah.
I print out the.
Oh, this one's cool.
It is very cool.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, Dale, that's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
What did you paint that in?
Oh, nice, Dale.
These, can you see pan pastels? These
Yeah.
things here.
Oh, wow.
We just used like a flat. Again, I'm going for discomfort tonight, so.
It just feels like he transposed the photo onto, like, you know, you have to put some developer down and,
Yeah.
you know, but it's much more dynamic. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's very not me, right?
Well,
Really nice.
I just briefly saw Don, so he,
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I already moved on here.
oh, wow.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Don.
Oh, thanks.
I love how bold you are with color.
Thanks. And you know, I've been trying to push it a little bit more. One of my favorite painters, Joe Salmon, he just gets so vibrant with it. You know, he does a lot of portraits, and he just really packs so much color into it. And I just feel like I've been trying to push it a little bit more. I felt like my color was getting really boring for a bit there, you know, like tighten up too much, you know.
Yeah.
I definitely feel you there.
Hard to keep loose, you know.
Well, that's kind of how I feel about the pen and ink stuff I've been doing. Like I was getting really tightened up. So I switched to tracing paper and did a lot of them.
They feel pretty good. Like I was really, there's just enough like, you know, looseness to them, but I like where you're going with it. You have a nice good medium going there,
Thank you.
or balance rather.
Thank you. Isn't that a horrible feeling though when you tighten up? You know, you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
how
yeah.
to do what you're doing, kind of. But
Yeah, it's like I've been doing this since I was a kid. This should be pretty natural by now.
right.
Yeah, you'd think, right? It's like,
Right.
Yeah.
you just got,
That's why I love. Oh, that's already way too big. That's why I love about watching athletes and really good musicians. You know, when they're really, really good, it looks so effortless. You know.
oh yeah.
And I'll bet when people watch us do this, a lot of it looks effortless, but it's totally not. Sometimes it feels like every line, it's like, why did you make that line?
Oh God.
Doing.
We all beat ourselves up a lot. Hey, did you guys see Chris Payne's post the other day of his thumbnails?
Yeah. Those are great.
Weren't those cool?
Yeah. Such a good idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? I had my hair dryer on there, guys.
Oh,
Oh, you got a big night?
really, you
Yeah.
should prepare before you get here.
Yeah, I'm all messed up right now. No, what were you guys saying? What was really cool?
Chris Payne posted some thumbnails.
Oh yeah. I was like, oh man, I feel so lazy.
I know.
He just is like, oh no, they were great. It's so inspiring to see that, you know?
Yeah, it was just great to see kind of his thinking on paper, you know.
Yeah. Totally cool stuff.
Hey, John, do you care about baseball at all?
A little bit. I mean, probably only really when the Royals are playing well, which is very not recent.
So you didn't notice that the Red Sox beat them 15-1 today?
No, I didn't notice that.
Ooh.
But I noticed that the Red Sox lost to him the last time they played him. So
Maybe a last series, but this was a pretty good series, I gotta say. Hey, this is gonna be
don't be too proud of yourself. They're losing to everybody right now.
Have you guys
15-1 is pretty bad though.
that pitcher out and that plays for the Angels, Shohei Ohtani?
Shohei Ohtani is amazing.
Yeah, it's like
He's just, and he can hit.
I'm just surprised it's not bigger story than it is. I mean, it's pretty huge what this guy's doing out there.
It is.
I mean, people haven't done that since Babe Ruth.
Yeah, that's what they're calling him too, right? The like in Japan, they called him the Japanese Babe Ruth.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What is he doing? So
He's doing everything.
oh,
Yeah.
He's hitting home. I think he might be the home run leader.
Yeah, he leads in home runs. He's got like 25 or 26 home runs or something right now.
okay.
Yeah, and he is a lights out pitcher.
Wow.
Like you just haven't seen anything like him.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like, I don't know. I can't think. I mean, it's been a while. I mean,
I've never seen anything like him. Chris would quickly school us, but
yeah.
Back in 1954, there was a
I
Yeah.
know. I love it.
Well, and he would know too. That's the thing. Is like, oh
I
my
know.
god.
More importantly, he would let you know.
Yeah.
He'd also let you know that these guys today, come on, they're not as good as they were back then.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm making fun of Dad.
Come out of the back room and slap you.
That was like my whole childhood. You know, my dad was a pretty good sport about that.
Oh, making fun of your dad?
Yeah.
That's just part of the duty, right?
Oh, the deal, man.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was never in a mean way.
I'm happy to be the butt of the joke as long as, you know, we're all having fun. That's fine with me.
You guys will laugh at this. My dad, I signed up for this portrait painting class when I was in high school, just learning how to draw and paint a little bit. And I took a photograph of my father that he didn't know. It was a headshot that he had. And I painted it, and then I painted him bald. My dad was a pretty vain guy, especially about his hair. He was so mad at me.
Oh
That
my
is fantastic.
God. That's wonderful.
That's awesome.
And you got to show that, man.
I don't have it. I wish I did. I'll try to find. I don't think I have it. And it's funny. All of the work that I have it wrapped up somewhere probably, but all of the work that like I did as a child, which I didn't really do as a child, I did in my teens. And it really made me feel good that my father saved it all. He had it all at his house. And, you know, like kids save parents save their kids' artwork that they draw and put, the stuff they're putting on their refrigerator.
Pretty nice refrigerator there.
Yeah, but my dad had saved it all. I got a kick out of him for doing that.
That's-
My dad was bald, and we used to sing Windex Makes It Shine to him. I can't tell you how the song went, but that was basically the lyrics.
Windex makes it shine.
So, the universe is funny with revenge. So,
Yeah. That's funny.
but he was pretty good sport about it. I just love the fact that you painted your dad bald. I think that's hilarious.
Right.
He did not appreciate it at all. Pretty funny. This guy, the guy that I was taking lessons from, used to work at Kobe Whitmore's studio in New York.
Wow.
Wow.
And this guy was a decent artist named Harry Fredman. And one day after my career had gotten going, and it would have been 6 or 7 years since I had taken a class from this guy, I'm driving through the streets of Kansas City, and I remember this ad came on. I was listening on the National Public NPR. This ad for Harry Fredman. He ran these really cheesy ads. Anyone can learn to draw and paint the Harry Fredman way. And it was, the guy looked like the guy from Goodfellas, the toupee that was, he had Maury.
That's
He looked just like him. And he had the toupee and, smoked a pipe. He was just like the quintessential 60s artist. And the ad that he ran was, anyone can learn to draw and paint. World famous illustrator Mark English, when he has to send his son to art education, where does he send him? The Harry Fredman School.
That is awesome.
That's great.
It was like Sunday.
That's
Yeah. That's awesome.
And so I pulled the car over, and because I was laughing, and then I started thinking, this is awful. I got to get rid of this. So I had to call him and say, I didn't really give you permission to do that.
Right.
Especially my dad didn't give him permission.
Right. Did he shut it down?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
What a funny ad.
That's hilarious.
But he did it like, the inflection of his voice got real excited when where does Mark English send his school to learn to draw and paint? Send his kid to learn to draw and paint? The Harry Fredman method.
Oh my God.
It was hysterical.
Okay. Oh man.
Got that kid everything he knows.
That's right. I don't know if anybody would want to.
I'm kind of missing Cassandra's counterpoint to all of our.
I know, man.
Yeah, she sort of balances this out.
Totally.
The minivan voice is not here.
Oh. Where? So she's traveling, I guess, right?
She's on vacation with her family. She's at the beach.
Oh, cool. Nice. You guys have any plans for the 4th?
Thank God. We're renting a little shack right on the water, which is nice.
Oh, nice.
We
Yeah, well, I don't want to make you jealous. I'm going to Lawrence, Kansas.
I was going to go blow stuff up.
That's right.
You're gonna go blow stuff up? Is that what you said?
Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of nephews that they grew up out in the country, and they blow everything in sight up. There's an M80 is not sufficient. Let's put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
They're serious.
So just like fireworks you're talking about, right? Or we're talking
Fireworks, dynamite.
Oh my God, really?
They bring it all. Yeah.
That's a riot.
Yeah.
See, that's definitely the difference between, the East Coast and the rest of the country. I'm getting some fireworks, and we're going to blow it off on the beach and all that. But actually blowing.
Every once in a while, there'll be something that goes off that everything vibrates. You know, you'll be
Oh my
inside
God.
and it's just,
You're like, what the?
what was that?
Well,
That's
be careful. Cover your eyes, John.
Yeah. I stay pretty far away from it, actually.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's way out in the country. We don't have to worry about the officers showing up.
That's great.
Hey.
Anybody else doing anything? Don, you hanging around Detroit?
Yeah, I'm just taking it easy. A couple, with John talking about that reminds me, I have a friend who's got a farm about an hour west of here where they were doing dynamite. It was crazy. Big farm, about 30, 40 acres or whatever. But yeah, nothing too crazy. We're just going to take it easy. I mean, I just got back traveling out west, so I'm kind of just looking forward to having a quiet weekend,
I just saw a post that Francis made with all of his buddies from Ringling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I came up here and
Oliver Dominguez, and there's a whole bunch of Dustin Darnault.
yeah, they're all
Really talented group of people, I'll tell you that much.
oh yeah. So,
Dustin's killing it in the industry. He's a character designer.
yeah. Francis has been seriously working out.
Yeah,
Like-
it looks like it.
Yeah, like he built a gym in his new house in the basement.
Oh, he walked me through it on camera
Oh,
recently.
he did.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
What's he got?
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's well, actually, it's all like old Nautilus equipment, but he's got it all at his house.
Oh, that's
Like a
awesome.
complete gym.
Wow.
Yeah. He's
How old is Francis?
34, maybe.
Yeah.
I think 34 now. I think I could be off by a year or something, but yeah, mid 30s is what I'd say. Yeah, really, really great
When
guy.
I met him, he was at Ringling,
Dang.
and
Covered in paint, usually.
yeah, and his work was all over the walls.
That's cool.
He was one of the true. I remember my conversations I would have with him to introduce other artists to him. And it's like, I was like talking to, I mean, he became very open-minded later on, but while he was in school, he was the most diehard Norman Rockwell fan. on the
Oh
planet.
yeah.
And I'd show him something, I would show him a painter that I really liked, and he'd just look at me like, what's wrong with you? He's Norman, it's like,
Mhm.
Oh, it wasn't Norman Rockwell?
he wasn't Norman Rockwell, yeah.
Yeah.
Now he started to react when you started showing him like Zorn and
Yeah.
people that came from the same school of thought and with things. He would react pretty positively to that, and he was a killer student.
Oh yeah.
But he was he had this conviction to Norman.
Oh yeah.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I know he's also really one of the first things I connected with him of is just the love of the Russian, Russian painters like Serov and Repin and that school, which, it's kind of in that same vein as what you're talking about with Zorn and Rockwell and all that.
I spent a lot of time talking him out of going to Russia.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he was going to go to the Repin Academy.
Why did you talk him out of it, John?
Well, he wanted to do illustration, and I was pointing out that that's not what they do. I mean, it's like, they're fantastic, and plus it was it was a major commitment. I mean, he was going to be there for 5 years.
Wow.
He didn't speak Russian.
Yeah, I was like,
Like, you're going to St. Petersburg, and I said, this is going to be such a huge change for you.
oh yeah, just the cultural shift alone. Oof.
Plus, there's a whole possibility to turn into kind of a white knight situation. Gregory Hines goes to Russia, can't come back.
There you
We actually have Mikhail, and he was in that movie, right? We're
Yeah.
gonna be showing him Baryshnikov.
Yeah. That's part of what made me think about it. I just thought they're gonna like Francis so much. This can make no. I'm sorry. You're a Russian artist now.
yeah.
I mean, that's the old Soviet Union.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how much has changed. The marketing's changed.
Yeah, I don't think much has really changed.
Yeah. Some ways yes, many ways no. Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I mean, I think the system has probably changed a bit, but that's a very deep culture there. I don't think that people have. I don't know, but I imagine you don't just change a culture over the course of a couple of decades.
Well, I don't want anybody to think that we're being negative about it.
Not at all. No.
Most of it is we just don't know about it.
Right.
I'm totally naive to it, but I do know what the atelier point of view is a different approach. Certainly what we do,
Yeah.
it works great as an academic painter.
Mhm. Yeah.
We only have a couple more minutes on this drawing, and I'm really I don't know what's going on here. I can't get anywhere. You're seduced by these beautiful photos.
Yeah, I wish I started this on a black piece of paper.
Yeah, I'm kind of
White
feeling
charcoal.
the same pain right now.
I'm just happy that I fit her head to her feet on the page. So
I did not do that.
I couldn't do it this morning to save my life.
Was this your second time around on this one?
Not this one, but we drew the same dancer, different pose.
Yeah, we drew 3 ballet dancers this morning. And,
Yeah.
I like this guy had I thought he was going to fit on the page, but obviously I was way off. Fun drawing dancers though.
Yes.
I'm not sure yet.
Hey, Gil. Gil Ashby is in the house.
Oh, hey.
Speaking of pastel ballet dancer artists,
Gil, did you get new glasses? I can't hear you. Your microphone's off.
No, these are old
Those are nice.
favorites.
Cool.
Yeah. Hello, all. Sorry, I'm
Gil,
late.
how are you, man?
I managed to make it in. Can I play?
Absolutely.
Sure thing.
Okay. I love the theme. Let me put my camera on.
I thought the theme might get you in here.
You got me. You thought right. You got me, man. You guys are doing a brilliant job.
What?
Man.
Of
So
talking. or
Patrick,
going?
killing it.
Oh, thanks, man.
John, it feels Degas-ish.
It's got a long way,
Yeah,
but it's fun.
it is. It's beautiful.
It's a great reference tonight.
Yeah, this reference is really good. John, I'm trying the paper tonight.
Uh-oh,
I don't know what's gonna happen.
I want no excuses. And you did read the fine print, right? Anything produced on that paper is ownership of the Illustration Academy.
Oh, you've got the magic paper?
I got the magic paper, man.
Oh, wow.
John has been talking about this paper for,
No, I haven't not. I've been drawing on it and everybody, I've been talking it down because people keep asking me for it and I'm running out. Now, you don't want to try this paper.
I
Nah.
got lucky. Don't know what to expect. Motivated.
Oh, somebody in the chat asked what kind of paper you're talking about.
It's the magic paper. I don't have an answer for that one.
Yeah.
It is just, I think it's a Mohawk. It's a text stock. It's not really heavy, but it's fairly smooth. It's a nice mid-tone.
Very smooth.
And it's fairly smooth and it with new pastels, it's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Cleans up well.
I can't do this fast enough.
Hey, Dale, I started listening to that Mike Tyson podcast.
Oh, yeah?
It's a trip.
Isn't it?
It's such a trip.
It is, right? It's it's not for everybody.
Right.
But were you surprised?
Yeah, I was, and I was like, I really like this. I was really intrigued. It definitely gets you hooked.
Yeah. The one with what's the the football player is a great safety.
Oh, was it Shannon Sharp or was it?
No. He's a broadcaster now.
Dion?
No, not Dion. He was like, aside from Gronkowski, I think he was like the greatest.
So is he doing an interview?
Tight end. I'm sorry.
Irving?
No. Oh, darn, what's his name? He's on the Fox broadcast. Anyway, that one is remarkable.
Oh, cool.
It's like you really do go from the sublime to the ridiculous on that show.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I listened to the one with what's his name? Terrell Owens.
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
Yeah. That was really interesting.
Yeah. All these guys have lived some things, and they seem to be trying to get better.
Yeah.
Um,
I definitely agree with him to at least a certain extent. He was really, I don't know. I feel just from listening to him, he was mischaracterized in the media. I mean, he did a lot of stuff to kind of bring it on, I think, when he was playing, but he wasn't nearly like as arrogant as I thought he would be.
yeah.
Who are you talking? Are you talking about Shannon Sharp?
No,
Terrell Owens?
Terrell Owens.
Yeah, T.O. Yeah.
Yeah, it's again, my son turned me on to it, and I was like, you know who this guy, you know what he did, right? And then, we listened for a while. I'm like, wow, this is a trip. No dummy.
So,
Not at all.
Either is Mike.
No, that's who I'm talking about. Mike Tyson.
Mike is smart guy.
Really smart guy, and you can be seduced into thinking he's not just because
Right.
of what he sounds like, but and the wisdom is what really knocked me out.
Yeah, he does come out of left field with it a lot. That was what was really
For a guy who was arrested 40 times before the age of 14, not bad.
Yeah, and you know what? He puts that into pretty good context.
Yeah. No, I like Mike.
Yeah. I don't know. I really, it's such an American thing to like, just to enjoy the stories of redemption. And I don't know if you would call that a story of redemption necessarily, but it's not like he was simply the thing that we saw, when he was well known. That's all.
Oh yeah.
No, he's a pretty amazing individual.
the fact that he's making it back to the big stage says a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had a brutal childhood, and then really, well, obviously, to be the best in the world at anything is an amazing feat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was pretty. He's pretty funny though too. Like, I still can't get over what was it? Oh gosh, where he was singing the Phil Collins song. I can't. I'm blanking on the name of the movie.
What's in the air tonight?
Yeah. Oh, that was just like, it's one of my favorite moments. It was. Yeah.
Check it out.
Mike still got it.
So dang funny.
Okay, we need to go to another pose. Hey,
Over, yeah. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, she's killing me. It's a beautiful picture.
oh, it's so much fun.
Just starting to kind of wrangle this thing into shape, but I need another 2 hours.
Oh, it's beautiful, Dale.
It is nice, Dale.
Oh, thanks.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
No, it's gorgeous, just the way it is.
Oh, thank you.
There's a painting by Gustav Klimt that was exhibited at the new museum. It was an unfinished piece,
Oh, I think I saw that.
and
Like 5 years ago, or
yeah. And there's something really wonderful about the lack of, complete resolution to a thing.
oh, I totally agree.
I mean, what you leave out in that picture is what makes that picture,
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's why it looks great to me.
Well, thank you. Then you know what? I'm done.
And they're done.
Send Dale the check.
Yep. Yeah, right. I'm done when you decide it's worth paying for. So.
I watched a video of the Italian artist Sergio Topi.
Oh my God. Yeah. I just got a bunch of his books.
Yeah. The strange thing to me is he was drawing in pencil, not in pen, but he did this complete thing, that he constructed this whole sort of complete drawing. I mean, it's all you see is his thinking. It's all the shapes and, all the geometric shapes and how they fit together. And
Oh, cool.
and then he just keeps refining and refining the statement. But talk about someone who can leave things out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's terrific.
What's the name of the Tyson podcast, guys?
Oh gosh.
Hot boxing.
Yeah, if you enter it in and you put his name in,
It'll come up,
the
yeah.
first, yeah, because I forgot the last time when they were talking about it in it.
Yeah, it's hot boxing.
Hot boxing. Okay.
Hot boxing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh man, I wish I could remember the name of the football player there.
Tight end.
There was. I'm going to ask the expert.
Wasn't Shannon Sharp?
No.
Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, he was great.
Yes.
Did he play for the
Yeah,
Vikings?
yeah. It was Tony Gonzalez. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was a
That's
chief for a bit.
Great episode. Yeah,
He has a really good story.
he does. Yeah.
I heard him speak about his life when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
I know he played for the Chiefs, but didn't he play for the Chargers as well?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. That's right. That's right.
This thing's just way too much fun. They can't stop drawing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Wouldn't it be great if you could just change your way of thinking? It's like, okay, now I'm going to go into impressionist mode.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
I'm trying to think about like those beautiful hands that the God drew that were just, that could be so crude, but just kill it.
Yeah, they just work. Yeah.
Oh, those are nice.
But it's hard to do.
You did a nice job there.
That's pretty fun. I better draw another drawing.
We don't have Timmy here.
I know. Let's go to like 9 o'clock or something, or an extra hour. Timmy would. You want to get him here? Just go an extra an hour. He'll come back.
You're gonna conjure him up by saying that, man.
I know. Right now, his spidey sense is like.
Yeah,
He's probably just like, what? Oh,
something's going on.
yeah.
Baryshnikov's a lot of fun to draw too.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Are we on to the next one?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not.
Oh,
But-
which one are we doing? Baryshnikov?
Mhm.
Way too big hand, but cool.
Man, his muscle definition on this is just amazing.
Bill and I were talking earlier today, that website, the R. Heindel website, he talks about why he chose ballet and said because he wanted to be a figurative painter and he wanted to paint the perfect figures. And he said, you start with ballet. I thought that was a really interesting statement.
That's cool.
So they're the humans that you just want to live in their skin because it's so perfect.
Yeah, I definitely see it here, man. Oh my gosh.
He reminds me in this photo, he reminds me a little bit of Bernie Wrightson's figures.
Not familiar.
Bernie Wrightson did Frankenstein. He was a comic book artist.
Oh, okay.
Um,
One of the greats.
Baryshnikov is committing a tangent.
That was the name of that performance, the tangent.
Tangent. All the moves ended in tangent. I think Mick Jagger used this move a few times.
I can see that.
You can see that. Yeah, pretty easy. That's pretty impressive that you caught that.
I've seen a lot of Mick Jagger. Boy, I loved Jamie Wyeth did some really nice paintings of Baryshnikov.
Shows you.
I'm going to ask a really dumb question. Is Baryshnikov still around?
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was still.
He's 73 years old.
Oh, wow.
I'll bet he looks.
He's probably still really fit, right?
Yeah, gotta be.
Looking like Hopkins, but still in shape.
Bill said something earlier today. We were talking about, he said he felt around a bunch of ballet dancers, he would feel so tall. I never considered that. I never thought about them being, and I don't know how tall Arthur Mitchell is, but Baryshnikov's 5'5".
Arthur Mitchell is probably about 5'10".
And he looks like an athlete, doesn't he? Jeez.
Well, they all are because they're
Oh, I
powerful.
know. Yeah.
Just think about the discipline in the body that they develop to dance, and then the male role to lift.
Right.
The prima ballerina, the dancer, whoever their partner is, and control, the level of control, and precision, the
Yeah,
positions that they assume. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I could never do that. I'd give my partner a head injury.
My
You
back.
wouldn't make it to the stage, boss.
Like, oh,
Just apologize up front,
Keep it in
right?
perspective, right? Keep it in perspective.
maybe you'll walk again one day. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't go out, on the Black Swan,
No,
none of
definitely.
those moments, no Black Swan moments.
No Black Swan moments, please. No, none of that.
Yeah, having the good pleasure to spend the time at the Dance Theater of Harlem.
That's where Mitchell's from, right?
That was his program.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
George Balanchine brought him into the American Ballet Theater.
Well, man, I did a great job of getting you in here, Gil. I knew exactly what to do. I'm already thinking about next week. What am I going to do?
He, it was in that time where Mitchell just knew he had the opportunity and he had the obligation to bring that art form to the world through Black eyes, through his experience. It was pretty unheard of.
Awesome.
So this will be the work that I dedicate my life to when I go into my sunset. It's documenting the Dance Theater of Harlem.
Oh, cool.
I already have a book laid out that I need to finally get to. But it's based on, my experience backstage.
So do you mean like a narrative thing or a more of a
No, it would be a narrative thing. It's because it's a story. It's a children's story. And then outside of that, it would just be the paintings.
Gil, are you aware of the website I was referring to? Heindel's website?
No, and I need
You need to look at it
I
because
need to avoid it.
no, you really need to look at it because there's a lot of really great stuff with him. Like it shows him, shots of him at productions, taking shots, of them practicing and everything. That's
Yeah, I have all of that. I spent the year traveling with them.
Wow.
It started with me going up to DTH headquarters in Harlem and meeting Mr. Mitchell and proposing to him my thesis idea, which was to document DTH. And he let me in. So
even after he met you.
yeah, that's, it was amazing. And the next thing you know, I'm in Paris with the company.
Wow.
Awesome. How old were you?
I was in grad school,
Oh man.
right? So that was my thesis project, to document the dance theater of Harlem. Because remember, the first MFA, the first visual essay program, the first years was about journalism, visual journalism. And so my subject was the Black Ballet.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, I do not know what you did or what you produced, but just the fact that you did it and you managed to go to Paris, be around a ballet company. That's just amazing. That's brilliant.
The beauty of that time, I have, it's documented, in photo. And one of my greatest jobs in illustration ever was to do a poster for the School of Visual Arts. And that poster was of one of the male principal dancers, Lowell Smith, in the wings. And it was such an honor. It was an honor to be around the company and to be received as I was. It's just pretty amazing.
That
I
is
live it. Every time I look
unbelievable.
at the photos and I sit down and I draw.
What an accomplishment. Way to go, Gil.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about that in your presentation, and I didn't even think about that when I was organizing tonight. I completely didn't put two and two together.
Right. Silas Rhodes gave me that opportunity, and David Rhodes, and it
That's
really,
just amazing.
How long did you travel with them, Gil?
it was officially for the year, but I maintained friendship with Lowell Smith, and a couple of other people, and I was able to be around them, but I didn't push it too far beyond that. But I got to travel with them and be behind the scene with them for that season. So it was City Center, Aaron Davis Hall. It's the Theatre the Champs-Élysées. That was Paris, and the memories.
What an amazing experience.
Young fella from Harlem, finding himself following around a ballet company in Paris.
Yeah,
That's
a good story.
That's a good story. That's a good story for anybody, let alone me. It changed me forever. Changed me.
As it should have.
Yeah, that's from Harlem to the Champs-Élysées is a pretty
Okay.
big jump.
But you know, when you think about all the expatriate, it wasn't uncommon.
Yeah.
The writers and the African American jazz musicians, right? People who left to just to create, well, to be able to do their thing and be appreciated.
Did that introduce you to like other people from the Harlem Renaissance and anything? Like that?
No, well, because I grew up in that mystique, it's a part of me. But I didn't get it wasn't a part of my formal education. Of course, it wouldn't be, right? Because of the emphasis, you know, always on Western. So, but like my first real art teacher was a student of Augustus Savage, who was a part of the Harlem Renaissance. She's a sculptor.
Oh, I know very much. We've drawn her in the studio bridge.
Right. She's her student that I was blessed to be able to study with was Inge Hartze. And then the other fellow, well, my oral history came from Mr. Elton Fax, he's one of the first blacks to get his certificate at that time from Syracuse. He did pulp fiction, he wrote books, he traveled for the government to Africa and the Soviet Union and Asia, and did what they call chalk talks. And I guess he was spreading goodwill, among other things. But it was a government funded program.
When was this, Gil?
I have to get the years. I'm going to say it had to be the early 60s.
Hmm.
The early 60s.
Where were they traveling to?
Socialist countries, Africa.
Huh.
He did China, he did Africa, he did Russia.
Yeah.
Cool.
And these people, they were doing this. You every now and then you hear a jazz great talk about that it's doing that for the government.
Right.
Right. He was a part of that.
Yeah, that was a part of the the U.S. A campaign.
Yeah.
Against communism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
I do remember reading that Baryshnikov exiled to Canada
Mm-hmm.
and then to the States.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's commonly. So
That was the path that he took.
wasn't he was a part of did he dance for the ATB, the American Ballet?
I think he did. Yes, he did. He's gone back to Latvia. But he was from the Latvia. It was Soviet USSR. Latvia was when you left.
Right. Remember the dance movie he made?
But we were just talking about it with Gregory Hines and
Yeah,
The White
Great
Knight.
nights.
White Nights.
yeah.
what's really, and I don't have to. I'm by no means cluing you in because you're already extremely aware of this, but amazing to me whenever I hear those stories that you were just telling that, the government the marketing vehicle the government chose to employ was the culture that African Americans created.
Right.
And of course, you can send these people abroad and make it look like, oh, look what America produces, but you get them back home.
They couldn't vote.
What's that?
They couldn't vote.
Couldn't vote.
Yeah, they couldn't do a lot of things. I mean, my stepbrother is African American. He said that he's told us plenty of stories about not being able to go into the same hotels and stuff. And
No, man, they would perform
yep,
and have to go 30 miles away
yeah,
to sleep.
We just, a couple of weeks ago, we drew Jesse Owens. And Jesse Owens, after his 4 gold medals and his response when he came back to the United States, he couldn't go and visit go to the celebration at the Waldorf Astoria. He couldn't walk through the front doors there.
unbelievable.
I think about, the Muhammad Ali stuff.
Yeah.
Throwing his medal after coming
Yeah.
back from winning the Olympics. Right. But just any of those athletes that broke ground and brought a tremendously bright light to the Americas, the American dream, American domination, and they were still subject to Jim Crow.
Pretty bad.
We've come a long way. Hope we can keep growing as a nation.
Somebody in the chat is asking if anyone's heard of the movie that's coming out about the Harlem Music
Yes,
Festival that happened the same summer of Woodstock.
it happened in '69 in Harlem. It's actually playing this weekend, Don, in
cool.
Detroit.
Oh, cool. Where?
I can't remember the name of the theater, but this is the irony. I live 10 blocks away from where it took place,
Oh, where
and
you?
I didn't know about it. But I was also 11,
Yeah.
right,
Oh.
when it happened, '69.
Well, that wouldn't have stopped you. If you
Well,
knew.
but this is the sort of the irony of all of that. The first time that I heard of jazz, well, that I saw live jazz, I think it was around then, and it was Dizzy Gillespie,
Oh, cool.
Right. And 'cause we had it was part of like they call them block parties,
Mhm.
right? They closed the streets down,
Mhm.
and the Jazzmobile would bring a stage into the community institution, the Jazzmobile.
It's like a Jazzmobile.
Yeah, and they brought top line bebop to the community. And it was just amazing. And that was the way I would spend my summers when I would come home. But they're all over New York. So there were CTI concerts, and there was the Jazzmobile. And then there were concerts up at the pier. And I mean, it's just, but that particular concert, Don, I didn't know a thing about it. And we're everybody who gets the opportunity to check that out should, because it's going to be a treat. Because everybody that performed is an icon.
Dang.
Everybody. Stevie Wonder, Jimi Hendrix, Maples, Staples, Mahalia Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Boy.
Just those names alone.
Now, I don't know if there was any jazz folks involved, because I didn't hear, because the broadcast really talked about the R&B, right? But the lineup is just amazing. And I'm sure Motown was really well,
Oh, yeah.
really well represented. Well, yeah, Stevie Wonder there, so that, you know,
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's legend.
we talked about him doing the drum solo.
Oh, dang. I got to check that out.
Yeah. You know, he could probably play 30 instruments.
Yeah.
Wonder must have been pretty young at that time. Still,
Yeah, I think we were all youngins at that
we
time.
were all pretty young.
You know, it's the social and culture made that unbearable existence bearable.
Yeah.
The quality of the music and what we did to entertain and it's just a pretty amazing time.
Okay, we need to go on to the last pose. Or Timmy's gonna be back.
Yeah. Don't want to impose.
To lose this
This
recording.
one's killing me anyway, so
Let's see how far did you get there?
not far.
I was looking at mine thinking it was yours. I was thinking, oh, good.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we got a similar.
Oh, I didn't even go to that pose.
If mine was yours, you really weren't doing a good job.
No, but you did, your previous pose was really nice.
Oh, thank you. I think I'm gonna go for discomfort more often.
Well, it's a good place to be.
Yeah.
What did Bowie say? You just wanted to be in the deep, far enough in the deep end of the pool where your feet barely could touch the bottom and you could still breathe.
yeah.
You have to bounce up and down just to breathe. Because that's where you wanted to be when you were writing music. That's pretty smart.
Oh, this next one's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They've all been great.
These are beautiful photos.
Funny on my camera, the skeleton in the background is getting into the dancing act there.
I think I'm at the end of my abilities. Summer of Soul.
Summer of Soul.
Summer of Soul. Okay.
Is that like a streaming thing, or are we going back to the movies, or what?
Back to the movies.
Oh, wow. So you have to go out to see that?
Can't go out.
Uh-oh.
Dale, are you standing up?
I'm standing up. My toes are just barely hitting the ground, Sean.
Now, this is the ballerina from Kansas City, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
She is.
Misty Copeland. Misty Copeland is the prima ballerina in the I guess the ballet world. But when I was she's brilliant. When I was hanging out with the Dance Theater of Harlem, Virginia Johnson, who's now the creative director, was the principal. And there are quite a few people, and certain, they rotate roles. Virginia danced Firebird and Douglas, and just amazing.
She was very young at that time.
Yeah. She actually penned my book. And this is
Really?
a true story. When I shared it with an editor, and this is a real story, right? Because I was there. The editor said to me, "Oh, that's not possible. That story." I probably shouldn't put that out there. They wanted the story to be ghostwritten. Couldn't believe that.
You have to tell it.
Huh?
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I couldn't believe it. They didn't want to believe that story.
Sometimes stories are too good to be believed.
Well, it's going to get out there. I swear it. John, how much time do we have on the last pose?
As long as we want.
Into the midnight hour.
I'm just joking that not that much longer. I think we got like 7 minutes from what I can tell here.
John's creating a whole like book illustration here.
Pardon me?
That looks like a complete book illustration, John.
Yeah, mimicking Gil.
That's great.
Oh,
I don't know what I'm doing.
really nice.
I kind of liked it earlier when it wasn't as finished.
The arms came out really nice.
Yeah, I love the way they look against the white.
Yeah, that one finger, John, looks really good.
One little corner over there. Yeah.
But you know, the background, the way you put that pastel down looks awesome.
It's impossible to take a compliment, isn't it? It's so difficult.
It's so much, it's actually a great deal of fun to be working with people that you feel comfortable with to say something to
Yeah.
tease with it.
That's true.
What
Much-
people would those be?
It's much more fun than being.
Before we started, I hit Bill, I was complimenting him on one of the drawings he did from this morning, and he didn't have his mic on, so I don't think he could respond right away. But
No.
I said, "Hey, Bill, that drawing looks great." And it was like off in the background, and I paused for a second, and I go, "Who did it?"
No, I missed that. That's funny.
Guest in the studio.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It was pretty funny,
Thanks.
but it's a beautiful drawing.
Thank you.
All right. It's fun to be able to teach. This is my brand new computer I'm using tonight, and it's already got pastel all over it.
That's perfect. It's like when you ding a new car. It's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, get over that whole.
Way to go, John.
And a friend of mine get a new car right after he got out of college, and I remember him coming up to my house and showing this car off. And at the time he wasn't a serious smoker, but it was kind of a thing to do. And he was smoking in his car and rubbing cigarette ashes on his seats. And he goes, "I just can't stand it being brand new."
That's fantastic.
I thought you were going to say he was doing it on the ceiling.
No, he was an interesting character. He was just like, I couldn't live with such a nice car. I had to mess it up a little bit. His grandfather gave it to him for a graduation present.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The way to honor your grandpa.
I'm just having fun watching you guys draw now. I guess I should wander to the chat.
Who did it? I like that.
I keep going back. I saw the question, somebody talking about I heard you all talk about it, the Harlem Music Festival. But Gil, you were there, and you said you were 11 at that time?
Yeah, I didn't know about it. It was literally, a half a mile away from me.
Wow,
Forest Park,
that's crazy.
which is still like a really cool venue now. They have concerts all throughout the summer there.
I remember.
I just had, the music scene has been a really prevalent and prominent part of the summer hangout.
I remember like friends of my parents going to Woodstock
Mhm.
and thinking how cool that was. And it really was. Or he's not here to, at least I haven't noticed him in the audience. Maybe he was here earlier, is Terry Brown.
Oh, yeah.
He tells a
Made
great
it up
story.
to Woodstock, but it was years later.
Oh, Terry Brown
First
was
time, first time I was at a honky tonk blues bar. And I had a good time.
I wasn't paying it.
I think I told you about this guy, Robert Holtzman.
Yeah.
He had a summer art camp program that he did. I was blessed with the opportunity to go. You know, he got a scholarship. And it was a good experience, but just the whole mystique, you know, being old enough to kind of remember that, you know, and it's just the significance of it.
Terry said, I kind of missed that, you know, Timmy usually watches the chat while I'm drawing, and I missed the fact that Terry was in here, and he said, I'm not an artist. I can't draw, but these conversations have been my COVID sanity. He must be really bored.
He's run out of Netflix. There's nothing left.
Go through all the series.
He's reached the end of the internet.
That could have been the new name, John. The end of the internet.
Yeah.
Tell
Well,
me,
don't bring up the name that you put up, Dale, because I think it's got real possibility.
You know, it hit me on a. I will not bring it up. As any decent idea I have ever had, it hit me when I was on a run, and it just I realized what we were doing.
It's
Oh, man, you guys are, gosh, man, you're teasing me too much, man.
so I got to tell you guys what I'm doing after this, and this is why I'm going to end this pose here in 1 minute, and we're going to take a quick look at people's work. I'm going to a reveal party tonight.
Oh wow!
And
Oh boy!
the reveal is the sex of my grandchild.
all right.
Oh,
Congrats.
I'm going to be a
Oh,
grandfather, and my daughter is going to tell us what she just came back from her, I guess, her third sonogram. And
Congratulations, man. That's
congratulations! Awesome.
yeah,
It's a
I
good-
always felt like you were a grandfather.
yeah, I appreciate that. I'm having my, I'm thinking about it a little bit here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an art.
In all seriousness, yeah, I get it. That's really wonderful.
Yeah, that's seriously awesome, man.
That's the kind of thing that makes me go to the gym, Dale.
Yep.
Yeah.
You certainly you don't look like what I used to think 60 looked like. So
Definitely.
No.
I hope you don't feel like what you thought 60 felt like.
Oh no, I remember, you know, I always thought my grandparents were old the whole time I knew them.
Yeah.
And my grandparents were like 62 and 63 from when I first remember them. And they seemed like they were ancient from day
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because my grandparents were in their 60s when I was a kid, and they just seemed
Ancient.
like they were 80 already.
Now 60 is young.
Yeah.
Well, once you get to be 60, it sure is.
In my world, anyway.
Yeah.
Did any of you see just happened to catch the episode of 30 Rock with Alec Baldwin going to, who was the female star?
Tina Fey.
Yeah, Tina Fey's 40th birthday party. And he wasn't invited, and she walks in and he's out dancing on the dance floor. And she immediately approaches him and says, "You're 15 years older than anybody in this room." And he looked at her and he says, "Hey, rich 50, it's the new 40." He was so awesome. I mean, I just,
Oh, he was the best part of that show.
oh, that guy just has, if you've seen him on Comedian in Cars,
Yeah.
Seinfeld, he is so damn entertaining. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to like the guy, but I
Right.
can't help it,
Right. Yeah.
Totally agree. Yeah.
He's a funny man. All right. All right, I'm gonna stop, change videos here.
Let's check out that work.
And everybody, you got to post your work. Let's see how gracefully I can do this on my new computer. I'm guessing not very. Can Don, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
I had a little problem earlier with Timmy. Like when I started sharing, I lost my mic.
No,
Hopefully,
you're crystal clear.
awesome. So I'm hitting refresh. Oh my gosh. You guys got to see these things. These are amazing.
Nice.
Check this out.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
No joke.
AJ,
Oh my goodness.
you're now banned from the room officially.
Yeah.
He's gonna start paying to come in.
Yeah.
Look
Charge.
at some of these things. These are beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Oh, can you click on AJ's again? I just made my screen a little bigger. Oh, man.
No,
Jeez Louise.
that's something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I always do. I got it. There's Felicity.
Nice.
Wow. Ooh.
Watercolor going there.
Wow, look at some of these things.
Oh,
Look at that. Marcy, that's beautiful.
That's terrific.
I know who that is.
Ooh, very nice.
Very nice.
Nice. Love the textured paper.
Actually, it wasn't who I thought it was, but it's very nice.
Oh, some great gesture going, some good pen and ink.
These things are wild. Nice.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, movement, you got movement.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who did that one in the middle?
You,
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Dang.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So many.
Yeah, that's
nice
really
ones.
nice too.
Nice, Joe.
That's
Dale, you're gonna have to come up with a new color now. Look at all the
Oh,
red.
I was going through.
Oh, that's
I've left a trail of red.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
That's great.
So you can get away with that. He didn't even include the hands. Those arms just kept going. The hands would have been out here somewhere,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. Sold it beautifully. Bunch of great stuff. Is that Peter? Yep. Nice, Peter.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Very, very cool. Look at this.
Wow.
Yeah, he's definitely banned from the room.
Yep. There's
All
gonna.
right, AJ. We'll find another group.
I would watch yourself when you walk out your front door tomorrow, AJ.
Yep. Oh, that's great.
with the isolation hit team coming after you.
Yeah. Make it look like an accident.
What happened to AJ? I don't know.
I can
Toby fell on
I
him.
could
Good job,
have
Pete. That's a
Ooh, this is nice. Nice shapes.
good
It's
shape.
really a great one, Peter. I like that you backed off of that one.
Yeah.
Didn't go so high finish with it. It works perfect. I like your high finish stuff too, but
So
oh,
there's a
man.
lot of really nice ones.
Julian,
Oh, cool.
wow. So many great ones.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, really to the point, right?
Oh, that's good.
Cool.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me 1 second. Hold on. My wife is reminding me where I'm supposed to be going. A very delicate little knock in the background.
John, don't be late.
I already am.
Ooh.
Oh.
Look at that.
That's nice.
Whoa.
Really beautiful.
Oh,
Nice. Man,
Really good.
all kinds of good stuff in here. Look at that.
ooh. It's a nice combo.
Feels like Lautrec.
Yeah.
Right arrow on that one.
Look at the paper on that. Maybe that's just a close up. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Very nice.
Genuinely good guy.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah.
So many good ones.
Ooh, really nice.
Nice scrub. Yeah.
All right. Do I have to do it? Yeah.
It's coming
We
after
don't, we don't need to see that. It's beautiful. All right. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, when anybody who attempts to do these things and not draw with a pencil, just using a tool that forces them to simplify and think graphically, it's just killing these poses.
Look at that. That's interesting.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sweet.
cool.
Wow.
That's pretty sweet.
Great idea.
Line. Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Look at that.
Oh, nice. Nice shapes.
So many good things. Oh, I gotta see this. Nice. That's about where I lost the arms too. Look at this. Very nice. So many great ones.
Really are.
That's fun. I have to look at that. I don't know whose that is, but that's pretty
Oh,
amazing.
I love
That
that.
is
Wow.
Age 4. Oh, no.
Or,
Way to go.
Let's see. Here's your competition.
no,
Well,
man.
that's
Coming at-
Felicity's competition.
Oh,
Coming to
awesome.
get you. Oh, it's Felicity's little sister.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh, sibling rivalry.
I know. This is where it starts.
Felicity, you can take care of her. Don't worry about
Well, yeah, that's the
Coming
collective.
for you.
it. She's up past her bedtime.
Yeah.
John, don't encourage that.
I'm totally kidding.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Little paper cutout.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Thank you for that advice, Gil.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool too.
So
A lot
many.
of really nice drawings.
Nice.
This one's got the arms in it, the hands in it. I'm kind of speeding here because my wife's about to kill me.
Such an amazing pose.
Yeah. All right, we've come to the end. Everybody, Gil, Don, Dale, Bill, who am I missing? Timmy, John. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I really appreciate the company. It was fun chatting. And Terry Brown, thanks for showing up. I wish I would have recognized earlier and turned your mic on. Everybody that joined us, thank you for a very fun night. We hope to see you all next week. Timmy told me to remind you, everybody, that we are enrolling for Visual Arts Passage. You can still sign up for a portfolio review. Please take a look at the website. All right, everybody. Have a good week.
Ciao.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
Sean.
everybody.
Have fun, John.
Good hang, guys.
Yep,
Yeah.
really fun.
Take care.
Have a good 4th.
Yeah.